Hi, I'm Kevin Nast. Today I'll be performing nasopharyngeal suctioning. All morning, my patient, Mr. Jones, had trouble breathing due to secretions in his nasopharyngeal area. I consulted the doctor and he put in an order for nasopharyngeal suctioning. Knock, knock, knock. Mr. Jones, I spoke to the doctor about the trouble you've been having with your breathing, and he went ahead and put in an order for nasopharyngeal suctioning. So we can go ahead and suction out some of those secretions, make it a little easier for you to breathe. Would that be okay? Alright, terrific. I'm going to go ahead and grab the isolation. If this had been an isolation room, say contact precaution, I would go ahead and be wearing a gown and gloves. If this was a drop of precaution, I'd be wearing a mask and gloves. Since it's just standard precautions, I don't have to wear any of those. I do understand from some of their students that Ms. Rivers had suggested that we would be wearing a face shield. Ms. Martin didn't mention that, so put on face shield on me at your discretion. I'm going to gather the belongings real quick, Mr. Jones. All right, bring these over here. Put down a little towel to keep your table clean. All right, this is my lube. Around here, wash my hands. Alright, if you can go ahead and tell me your name and your date of birth. Very good. Alright, and again what we're going to do is we're going to hook up a little plastic tube to this suction canister over here, and we're just going to put that tube in through your nose down to the nasopharyngeal area, which is basically the area from behind your nose to the top of your throat, and get some of that secretions out of there. It'll be a little uncomfortable but not painful. Right, so checking your canister. It's set at 110 to 120 mercury, and it is working. I'm going to go ahead and put this behind Mr. Jones so I can go ahead and reach around from that side. I'm going to go ahead and bring up your bed. You're already in, the patient's already in a mid-Fowler position, which isn't surprising considering the trouble he'd had breathing up to this point. I wouldn't expect to find him with his head down at this point. So we're bringing up the bed and make it a little easier to reach. Alright, and we'll go ahead and check your lungs. We'll go ahead and assess those. Now, since he's a mannequin, I'm not going to go through that. I would start at the mid-clavicular line and checking all 5 lobes, move her down and to the sides, and then I would have him sit forward and doing an hourglass kind of pattern along his back. I would check all 5 lobes on the back as well. Okay, and lastly we're going to go ahead and set what's called a distress signal. Not something we're probably going to need, but since this is just mildly uncomfortable, it's not supposed to be painful. But if you were to feel any pain while I was putting the suction tube into your nose, just smack a couple of times with your hand on the mattress and I'll go ahead and pull that back out. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, so this up. Taking out the little box. Checking my saline with expiration date and clarity. They're fine. I wish I had a knife.
Twist cap.
Oh, it says twist to open right on the cap. Who would have thought? Pour some of this in there. Go ahead and sterile gloves. sterile gloves. Okay, set this aside. Wrap this around my hand. And I'll connect it to the hose. Now my non-dominant hand is no longer considered sterile. Check the suction. Very good. So I would go ahead and get some lube on the end of this. Hold it back about 4 inches. With the mask. And go ahead and insert it. Another couple inches, get in about 5 to 6 inches. And then put down the mask. Alright, and go ahead and clean that off. Alright, and we wait 1 minute. Go ahead and re-lubricate it. Mask. Insert. About 5 to 6 inches. Mask down. Clean it. Alright, wait 1 minute. Ms. Martin suggested doing this 3 times. Go ahead and mask. Alright, and that's done, Mr. Jones. So, you feeling alright? Any pain? Good. Set this down. Bring your rail back up. Lower your bed. Before I do that, while you're still up a little higher, I would go ahead and reassess your lungs. At that point, I would do the same pattern of assessing lungs that I did on the first one. Go ahead and finish lowering the bed. Alright, go ahead and turn off the canister. Turn this back around. And I would go ahead and gather up all these belongings, throw them in the trash, dump this water and this water in the sink, then throw those in the trash as well. I'm not going to throw my nice supplies into this trash can, so we're just going to pretend I just drew that all away. Alright, Mr. Jones, you still not feeling any pain? No? Very good. Is there anything you need right now while I'm here? No? Okay, well you've got your call button right there by your right hand, so you call if you need anything, and we'll see you a little bit later. Thank you. And scene.